Hello everyone! Recently I tried to clear my shelves a little bit and, well, that didn't go too well. I sold some games, but then some came in, Essen happened, and now Marvel Zombicide has arrived. Now, this is basically the pledge level down, which I backed for on Kickstarter, just below getting the full Galactus, which part of me wishes I had, and part of me is super glad that I don't have, because this is going to struggle to fit on the shelf anyway. Now, this is box 1, this is box 2, because it's slightly smaller. I think that's the only, 2 of 2. So I'm going to dive into the boxes and see how ludicrous this actually is. So, let's put that down and dive into the box. So, this has been a long time coming, to be fair, because it kickstarted quite a while ago, but unsurprisingly, they've made sure that it has arrived before their Deceased, which is the DC version of this. Oh, this is going to be hard work to get out. I'm going to bring it down here and then bring the stuff out because it's ludicrous. Right, first of all, we have Marvel Zombies. So this is the Kickstarter expansion, basically all of the extra people. Then we've got the base game, and I'm pretty confident you can just pick that up in stores. And then the last bit in here, which is basically going to block me out. So let's just move that there, because I'm clearly very important here, and that's why you're watching this. It's not for Marvel Zombies at all. Is the X-Men one. So the reason I actually backed for both is because Marvel Zombies, you play as the zombies eating people. That's pretty cool. The X-Men version allows you, alongside the extra bits and all that sort of jazz, to play as the good guys stopping the zombies. Combine these three, and effectively you've got an absolute bleep ton of minis that you can meet. It means you can play as Iron Man as a zombie, Iron Man as a normal Iron Man, a non-zombie version of Iron Man. So these two really can sort of go together to give you a full experience, allowing you to basically play either side. And then this box adds like lots of the minis and cards and stuff to actually allow you to do that. Because otherwise it's like you've got, who is it? Let's see, you've got, say, Zombie Captain America. Well, if you want to play as Captain America as a non-zombie, you need this box for the rules, but then you also need this box for the miniature. You could get around it. Definitely you can. If you're only getting this at retail, you can almost definitely just get the card out of this or print it off online or whatever, and then play as if it's not a zombie, but use the zombie miniature. But that's just box 1, and as you can see, that is quite a lot of Marvel Zombies. That is in fact one Kallax cube there of Marvel Zombies. And now let's jump into the next box. So my attempt at clearing a Kallax shelf, well, it went quite well, but Spiel has definitely refilled it. And now I've got to find somewhere for these to go. Now, fortunately, I have just managed to sell a few games. And believe me, I needed to. Right, so, blimey hell, we've got a lot of little boxes in, or not little boxes, but boxes. So here, we've got Hydra Resurrection. More characters. We've got the Guardians of the Galaxy. We've got the Clash of the Sinister Six, which, I mean, it's got really awesome, like, Spider-Man villains in this. Like Doc Ock and stuff. Like, yeah, that was just gonna get purchased. We've got the Fantastic Four. Because why not? And last but not least, because, you know, they're actually quite big, it's actually it's lighter than that box, even though it's slightly bigger, is the Sentinel Strike, which basically means you can use the Sentinels, which is, well, that's pretty awesome. I'm assuming you're fighting, well, maybe with or maybe not against them, I don't know. But Marvel Zombies has arrived and my shelf is crying a little bit. I'm very happy though. I'm crying with joy that it's finally arrived. And a little daunted by quite how much content there actually is here. I'm so glad that I got the 2 core boxes. I'm glad that I've got the extra bits that are going to allow me to play as the characters from either side effectively, and loads of others. And loads and loads and loads and loads of others. Do you need all this? Almost certainly not. Have I played with all of the stuff from the Green Horde box when I kickstarted that? No, I haven't. But I did play with some of it, and I do think some of it actually improved the game. I think this just adds a huge amount of variety for what is, hopefully, a solid Zombicide experience with a banging license. I'm really excited to get this to the table. I don't think it will be super quick because it's not the smallest game. It needs a little bit of time. But I can already think of a few locations, well, when I'm going to places and they're going, like my friends there will be like, "Ooh, can you bring it?" And I'll be like, "Well, I can bring 1 box. I'm not bringing all of this." But yeah, that's a silly amount of one game, right? Like, let's pile it all up next to each other. Try and do it roughly size dependent. This is effectively 2 Kallax cubes for 1 game. You could just have that much, but I've got that and that much. Well, this is one Kickstarter that has not disappointed in the amount of boxes that have arrived. Hopefully it doesn't disappoint when it hits the table. Wow. It's here and it looks glorious. Whether I film what's inside the boxes, I might do, I might not, but otherwise, check out other stuff on the channel. News, reviews, and all that sort of jazz. And until next time, have some Marvel zombieing good days.